So today is the demo class where I will be telling you about uh, what is the course content, what we are going to cover, what is the focus on, how we are going to proceed with reference to this course. Okay, so we will talk about that, and after that, I will be it's like whatever topic you want me to speak about, let me know. We will try to talk about that specific topic. Okay, so it's up to it, the like platform will be open. Whatever you guys want, I will be talking on reference to that. Now that being said, let me start.
Hello.
Please. Yep.
Hello.
Yes. Yes. Tell me.
There is some background noise which is making
Can
your
you
voice.
hear me? Can I
The
ask you the question once you
background noise is
listen?
coming from my side.
Hello.
No, everything is fine, sir.
Hello.
No background noise from your side.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
No,
Then
for
I think.
me also there is no background noise.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay then.
Yeah, that is fine.
Fine. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sir, actually, I have taken the CCNP course also. We will get the classes from this one, or it will be done after this, sir.
So Avdesh, that we can discuss later on. Let's focus on session today.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I was saying that let me start with my intro first, and then I will walk you all through what is going to be covered and how we are going to proceed with this. So, my name is Rohan, and I am a Fortigate trainer. I have worked on the Fortigate from past 8+ years, and I'm still someone who is in the network security domain. That is what my core competency lies into. Apart from this, I am still a troubleshooter guy. I try to solve problems. I love that. I try to not only fix the problem, but also to give a permanent fix around that. And doing so, I have worked in this industry for more than 12+ years, which is still in counting. And during this journey, I have worked with SMEs, SMBs, enterprises, you name the companies, I might have worked with that. And then like this is what I bring on the table. I will give you the real-time production challenges, what the customers face. I will give you a overview, a gist of an idea what the customer is looking for. Okay, what they want, how you can ease the customer in like terms of any troubleshooting issues, problems, whatever that may come from. Now, all these things will be focused entirely with reference to the Fortigate firewall. But keep in mind, Fortigate firewall is just a product, right? If you look closely, all the tech features, right? Uh, Whatever the concepts, right? They all remain same irrespective of the vendors, right? You might be working on maybe Checkpoint, maybe Sophos, maybe Palo, maybe Fortigate for that matter. No matter which device you work, the concept for the features, what is supported by the firewall is almost same, right? So that is what we are going to focus on in this batch. Okay, whatever concept we will learn the concept with reference to the RFC standard behavior. That is true for any device. Now we will test that concept in terms of the Fortigate firewall, because after all, we are here to learn the Fortigate firewall, right? So we will be putting those concepts in lab with reference to the Fortigate firewall. So there we will see how that concept is in play, right? So that is the gist of this batch. My focus would be entirely to get you the concepts. That is what all I'm trying or will try to do in this batch. Now, that being said, let me tell you about the content and concepts, what will be covered with reference to the Fortigate firewall. Now, before I show you that, one thing also I want to make very, very clear is this patch is completely focused with reference to the Fortigate firewall only, no other product. See, Fortinet is a company which is known to make many products under its banner, right? The most renowned and selling products of it is one of is the firewall, which is the Fortigate, right? Other one is FAZ, which is called Forti Analyzer. The other one is FortiManager, right? FortiSIEM, FortiAP, FortiSD-WAN, FortiWeb, right? So there are many more. Now, this course is completely focused on the firewall, next gen firewall, that is Fortigate firewall. Now, whatever is linked to this Fortigate firewall, whatever the features that this Fortigate firewall supports, end to end, we will understand. We will talk about that. Everything will be covered, nothing will be missed, right? Now, let me show you the content in here. Now, see, the thing is like, the like topics what you are seeing on the screen right now tells you about that we need to learn about the introduction and the basic configuration of the FortiGate firewall. When we say basic configuration, it means that if someone has given you a brand new FortiGate firewall device, right, then what you should do, how will you bring it up? Okay, what are the initial setups, what you have to consider, okay, and how you will be building up your firewall FortiGate in order to suit any customer setup that you are trying to implement that on, right? So that will be covered. Apart from that, the security fabric with reference to what is the feature in terms of concepts, where you will be use it, what is the use cases of that. So that is also going to be talked about. Firewall policies, netting. When we say authentication, authentication in terms of the FortiGate compatible processes. Like for example, if I have to make sure that my firewall is able to perform the authentication based upon an LDAP, radius, SAML, or maybe single sign-ons and all, right? So I will tell you how you have to think with reference to the FortiGate firewall. Okay, so those things will be talked about. Apart from that, in the authentication, we are also going to talk about the firewall administrative manageability. Okay, so that is also one of the things which will be covering under the authentication part. Logging and monitoring is going to tell you about that, where you will see the logs, how to read it, how you will track who are your top talkers, top sources, top destinations, what type of sessions has been established, how many TCP, UDPs, right? So all those things will be talked about, that to how and where the logging is stored in the FortiGate firewall. How your firewall is using the certificate, how does the certificate plays a role in order to ensure the security into your network. So that is something also we are going to talk about. The features what you're seeing here, web filtering, application control, antivirus, IPS. Now these will come under a common category called UTM, Unified Threat Management, right? Apart from these, file filter, video filter, your there's one more, DNS filter. Okay, so these three will also be covered in the UTM section. Okay, so these are the it's like all these will come under the UTM part. Now, as far as the VPN is considered, we are going to cover the SSL VPN as well as the IPsec VPN. Okay. So in the IPsec VPN, site to site and the remote based, that is the dial-up, will also be covered. Okay. Although that is not mentioned in here, the dial-up part, but in the IPsec, we are like going to cover everything. Version 1 and version 2 both. As far as the routing is considered, we are going to cover the static PBR, that is the policy-based routing concept, OSPF, and BGP. So these four things will be covered under the routing. We will also cover the concept and deployment with reference to the SD-WAN, what it is, what is the use case of it, and where you will be applying that. Okay, and how does the SD-WAN work? So all these things will be covered. Clustering concept, high availability, that is also something we will be covering. Your proxy behavior of your firewalls, that is also going to be covered. And diagnostics means basic troubleshooting, how you can troubleshoot any problem on the FortiGate firewall. Now, keep in mind, this content what you just saw is with reference to NSE4, okay? That is the level of certification which is earned at the associate level. Okay, so that is what it covers, and this is what your overall firewall is about. Now, if I show you the specialist level certification, that is the NSE7, you will see that the topics are almost same. Okay, almost same. Now here, the thing is like, if you see, FortiGuard is one of the topic which you will see different, but FortiGuard is a basic thing, which I think I will anyhow cover in the part of initial configuration and intro, right? So that will be covered. Okay. Your architect is also something which will be covered in the intro part. And yeah, rest all is same, right? One more, AD VPN, right? AD VPN is also called as DM VPN or hub and spoke VPN. So that is nothing but the part of an IPsec, right? So that is also, that is an additional topic what you can see in the NSE7, right? So rest all is same. Rest all, there is no difference. So this is where this course is, this is why the course is clubbed actually into the same modules, because the topics are same. The only the difference is the extent of knowledge. So for example, if I'm gonna take any topic, right? So let's say anything, okay, certificates. So I will not simply tell you that, okay, this is how you will export the certificate, or this is how where you will be importing the certificate, or this is where you will be using the certificate. That is your NSE4, the associate level knowledge. But if I tell you that how does the certificate plays the vital role in terms of packet processing and securing your network, right? Now that's the NSE7, because you will be told about that what is inside the packet that the firewall is going to look onto, right? So if we say that, okay, hey, the firewall is able to stop a certain traffic. So how did the firewall know that this is that traffic? I'm not talking about the IPs and the domains. Those are basics, right? The policies and all. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, hey, I can access YouTube, but the YouTube is streaming should not happen at the HD level, right? So it should be streaming at 420 or below than that. Now, if such a requirement is there, and if I am going to achieve that with reference to the application control, so how does the application control takes into account that, okay, hey, the person who is watching the YouTube is in actually the content which is higher than the 420 pixel, that is the HD, and he has to stop that, right? So how does the firewall know it's like about that, right? So those behind the scene functions would be discussed when we will talk about the NSE7. So my point is that it doesn't make sense to start a topic and leave it in between, right? When something is to be taken up, we will take it from the scratch, and we will try to finish it up to the highest level what it is there, so that we can understand the basics, functioning, behind the scene action, configuration, and the use case deployment, right? So all these things must be covered for each and every topic, right? So that's why both the courses are clubbed. So if you go through this module and the courses, you will be able to configure, manage, troubleshoot the Fortigate firewall at the highest level. Okay, that is one thing. So before I tell you further, let me know if you have any doubts with reference to the content of the courses. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Clear? Okay. Now,
No, sir.
okay, great. Thank you. Now see here, the next one is okay, I'm getting a question. 40 SD-WAN, we covering that too? Yes, we are covering the SD-WAN concepts. That is true. The SD-WAN, which is part of the Fortigate. So Fortigate has an inbuilt SD-WAN feature. So we will be talking about in depth with reference to an SD-WAN use case and its behavior. Okay.
Sir, can we write directly in NSE7 without NSE4?
Can we write?
NSE7.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a next question. Is this course for fresher? Okay, this course is for anyone, okay, who understands the basic fundamentals of network. When I say basic fundamentals, meaning OSI model. If you are, let's say if I say that what is the major protocol of layer 4? If you know that TCP and in the UDP is the major protocol, it's fine. Okay. If I say there is a MAC address, so if the term MAC address must make a sense to you. If I say, okay, hey, the IP subnet is 192.168.1.0/24. If that IP is making sense to you, you are okay with this batch. I just need basic level info. Okay, so if you know the basics of the network, that is sufficient for this course. Clear? Fine. Sam and Muhammad, did you get your? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So, okay, I see one more message. Okay, yeah, okay, got it. Okay, fine. Now see, coming to the point now, how we are going to proceed in this course, right? So what I do is first thing, be clear. I don't want anyone to write, and I will show my labs. Okay, I will show my labs. My labs are pretty simple. It's like a baby's basic labs. That is what I believe. See, my core belief is that if you know how a ping works across a router, let's say there is a PCA connected to a router, which is then pointing to a PCB. If I tell you how does the ICMP works, if you know that from PCA to PCB, that is sufficient. Now, if I can apply the same concept in any complex structure because the ICMP behavior will not change, right? Got my point? No matter how the complex the diagram is or the design is, it doesn't matter because every protocol or the traffic needs to follow a certain RFC standards. So my focus on the course, you will see that I build a very simplest possible lab. Okay, point A to point B like that. Okay, I will tell you exactly each and every packets, what it does, what it means, what it contains, because the concept needs to be cleared. That is what I am going to focus on. And this is why, let me put it forward. And I have said this on my previous batches as well. And I'm saying the same thing in this batch as well, that I don't want anyone to focus on the configuration, command line, okay, or start writing the notes. Don't do that. The only job you have to do in my class is to ask questions. That's all. Whatever I say, listen to that. If it doesn't make a sense, ask me to repeat. I'm ready to do that for 1,000 times. And even if it doesn't make sense, let me make it more 1,001 times. I'm okay with that. Okay. But the only thing you have to do is keep asking the questions. That's what you have to do. Do not waste your time. And I'm open to say this, do not waste your time, because if you're here to learn the configurations, you are in the wrong place. Configurations learning can be done from the Google search. Open the Google, search IPsec VPN config for Fortigate. You will get several documents with any examples, command lines and all, right? Just copy, paste and change with the IPs. If you are here to do that, please do not. Okay. If you are really keen to learn how does the VPN work, what is each and every message, means like what does it contain? What is the significance of each and every message? What does the first message contains? What it is doing? What is the second message? When it is failing? How would I know? Right? On that, I will be talking about in depth for each and every topic. Now, next thing, whatever is being discussed as in theory to be, it's like whatever we will try to build a concept, okay, I will prove that in the lab clearly. If something is not shown to you in the lab, supported by a proper logs or the debugs, do not believe a single word. Because, see, I'm not saying because of an overconfidence or something like that. No, it's not a selling speech. Let me be clear, as I said, that I myself is a working guy, right? When we say something to the customer on the call or on the email or whatever the ticket and the cases that you are going to handle, customer does not know you. How would you have a trust relationship with the customer? How would you build a confidence with the customer? And in that case, no matter how fancy communication skills you would carry, it doesn't matter. At extent of point, the customer needs the solution, right? And that will only come with reference to the logging. So if you have a proper logs, right, you know what you are seeing, and then you are framing your statement and findings with reference to the observed logs, that is something which will be believed across the board, right? Okay, so this is what my foundation is. When I say that if we are learning something, that must be proved in the lab. If what I have said to you, if that is varying as what we see in the lab, that means that's my mistake. My concept is wrong, right? Because the logs would say the same thing what I have understand. Okay. So that's how we are going to build our foundations. Now, that being said, this is why to complete the entire FortiGate firewall course, I would need at least 50 hours. Okay. So, and that is, like I said, it's an at least, because it depends upon you people, how quick or how slow you want me to go. Okay. So it's not that, okay, I have to complete this batch within certain defined period. That is not the case. In like networking, so we do not have any specific deadline to have this batch done and dusted within a certain defined time. That's not the case. It's up to you how quick or how slow you want me to go. Okay. You will decide the pace of the batch. You will say me to stop, I will stop. You will say me to continue, I will continue. Okay. But based upon whatever the classes I have taken, I am telling you, I need 50 hours, 50, because each and every topics is needed to be explained in details. Clear? Any doubts with reference to that? Let me show you the lab. Oh, I see 2 messages. Let me check that. Yes, I'm gonna take both NSE4 and 7 in one shot, because having it differently doesn't make sense, right? If, like I said, if we are picking up a topic, we will cover it from start to the end. Okay. And what is the duration of this course? I think I have answered that. At least 50 hours. In a week, how many days we will have a class? Okay, so this is a weekday class, right? So we will be having the class from Monday to Friday. The class timing will be 9 p.m. IST. Okay, that is GMT plus 5:30. Okay, so 9 p.m. IST till 11 p.m. IST, 2 hours of each day. Okay, but that is not fixed. Okay, if you want me to extend that, it's up to you. It's just how the batch flow is. Okay. Now let me show you the lab quickly. Let me show you that. This is one of a lab. Okay, there are many labs in here. Let me first stop that. Stop all nodes. So you see, this is just one of the basic lab, which I'm going to always use. Most of the labs will be done on here. Okay, so see my lab. Very simple, right? There's a PCA, PCB, there's a router, there is a firewall. Firewall is connected to the internet, right? So I can go through that PCA to PCB or whatever. I will simply form a VPN between these two firewalls, and I will tell you that how it is done, what it is doing and all. There is no need for the complexity, right? The motive is to understand the concepts, right? The motive is not to confuse you and like give you some sense of that you are learning something very typical and whatnot, right? So that's not the motive. The motive is to give you a clear, precise picture how everything works. Now, there are a lot of labs in here, what I have designed in order to address several different topologies. Like this is for the AD VPN. You can see that here. Okay. Similarly, I have different labs for the clustering. See my cluster lab. It is like basics, right? So I will show you that as well. Where is my cluster? Here it is. No, not this one. This one is for a student. I think they have overwritten that. Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. This one. See. Simple. 2 firewalls in the cluster. A switch is there. There's an internet, a machine. That's all, right? Because the motive is to tell you how the active and active passive works, right? What is behind the scene, right? See, the problem is that Let me tell you, or like support this fact within a statement. You might have seen that if a customer calls you and says that, hey, my LAN machines are not able to reach to the internet, right? You will feel confident to troubleshoot such a problem. Depending upon, you know that, okay, the customer has a single firewall. But if the customer says, hey, my LAN is not able to reach to the internet and I have a firewall in a cluster, now that statement will bring down your confidence working on the same issue, right? If it would have been a single firewall, you are much okay to work onto it. But if it's in a cluster, something holds you back, right? And what is that something? Clarity of thought. You have in back of your mind that if it's a cluster, something else would be going on. And what is that something else? I'm not sure. And I might have to check the issue on both the firewalls or somewhere, right? Now, all those things which is making a noise in your mindset, that is causing you to hold back with the same confidence what you would have gone through in a single firewall setup, right? My aim is to clear that clutter. I will tell you exactly how to think around when you are around a cluster and what does it do. See, setting up a cluster, 5 seconds job. I just need to run 3 commands in Fortigate firewall and the cluster will be up. That's not a big deal. 3 commands. Okay. And it is done. But what is going behind the scene? If it is an active, then how is the packet being processed? Who is deciding who will process and how, right? Or if it is an active passive, then how, right? What will come in play? How does the switch know which one is the master, which one is the slave? Okay. And if there is some problem, how does the traffic fail over? Everyone says that we will have a cluster because of a zero downtime. How is that zero downtime achieved in a cluster, right? And the biggest question, why do I need a cluster? Can't I have anything else without the cluster? Let's say I am a stubborn who refuses to learn the cluster. Then what? What is that hurdle point which makes me to think about a cluster? See, every concept that has been or that is in the network domain is there for a reason, right? There was some problem which was not solved, and because of that, the solution came into play. Let me support this statement with another example. You might have noticed or just think 5 years back, did you ever hear about SD-WAN? Anyone who was in a college or who is a working guy, just think, did you hear 5 years back about an SD-WAN? No, none. But SD-WAN is a major buzz just in last 3 to 4 years. Why? The entire world was working 5 years back, right? 5 years back, the giants were there, Microsoft, Google, TCS, whatnot, right? Name any big IT giant companies. They all were existing since 30 years, 40 years, right? But why there was a need for a new device? Why I need an SD-WAN? There was some challenge which router, switch, firewall, load balancer could not solve. They couldn't solve, right? All these devices in the network were not able to solve something that lead to a new solution into the market, that is SD-WAN, right? Now, if I tell you what was that problem, if you know the problem, will it be very hard for you to understand SD-WAN as a solution? Not at all. Not at all, right? Okay. So that is what our approach is going to be. I will tell you the problem statement first, what stopped, why we need a certain thing, and then we will follow the solution. Then we will understand the concept of the solution. Then we will prove that solution in the lab to establish what we learned is right or wrong. And once we are done, our topic is complete. Then we will move to the next topic. This is how we are going to. Okay. Now tell me, if you have any questions with reference to the batches, content, timings, or whatsoever, let me know. Else, just give me any topic you want me to talk about, something basics or something, anything.
सर
Yes, please.
कोर्स हिंदी में ही होगा या प्रॉपरली इंग्लिश में होगा?
Course.
या ये जो कोर्स है परचेज किया है वो हिंदी में ही होगा या प्रॉपरली इंग्लिश में होगा?
Okay, so the official language it will be English. Okay. That being said, I am comfortable with English and Hindi both. Okay.
कोर्स
So,
हिंदी में होगा या प्रॉपरली इंग्लिश में होगा?
that are you able to hear me?
ये जो कोर्स है परचेज किया है वो हिंदी में ही होगा या प्रॉपरली इंग्लिश में होगा?
Okay, so the official language it will be English. Okay. That being said, I am comfortable with English and Hindi both. Some lag, I think.
कोर्स हिंदी में होगा या प्रॉपरली इंग्लिश में होगा?
that are you able to hear me?
ये जो कोर्स है परचेज किया है वो हिंदी में ही होगा या प्रॉपरली इंग्लिश में होगा?
Okay, so the official language it will be English. Okay, I think it's in loop. Somehow there was a loop in my audio. Not sure how, but if someone who asked me this question, yes,
सर हेमंत
yes,
से क्लियर हुआ था मेरा कि कोर्स मुझे हिंदी में चाहिए। थोड़ा बहुत इंग्लिश होगा तो इशू नहीं है बट मुझे हिंदी में कोर्स चाहिए प्रॉपरली।
okay, no. So see, the point is not that this course will have people across India and the regions, right? So outside India as well. So it cannot be majority of the things in like Hindi. Okay. What I
Okay, no
can
issue.
at best is do is if you do not understand something in English, then I can repeat it for you in like Hindi. Okay.
Okay, no issue.
But like the main language that will be used in order to give the classes that is going to be strictly on the English basis. Okay.
Okay, no issue.
Fine.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Yep.
The concept building cannot be done by viewing your lecture at a time.
Yes.
Since you asked not to write anything, then how can we learn build concept?
Okay, now see, concepts is something which you will not get from the writing. Writing is just one of a way where you just write what you have understood, right? But the first stage is you should understood what I'm saying, then write. If you're writing something which you yourself has not got into your mind, then that is of no use, right? Now that being said, every class is recorded, right? What I'm
Okay.
asking is that in the first 2 hours, when I am giving you the class, do not do anything. Focus on what I am saying, and whatever questions that is bugging your mind, ask that. Okay. Now,
Okay.
you will have your concepts clear during the class. Once the class is over, everyone will receive their recorded video on their student portal, okay, which you can revisit and make your own notes, whatever you want to rewatch and do that, right? So that will build a strong foundation, right? And during that, when you rewatch the videos or you are trying to write the notes, there some more questions will come to your mind. Okay,
Definitely.
believe me, there's something more will come that, okay, hey, what is this, what is that, right? So note it down, ask me in the next class. Clear?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So this is the approach what I want everyone to follow. Don't start writing, because when you do that, now when you are doing the notes writing during the class, what happens is I might have talked something more and you will miss that. Okay. So that's not a good way to learn. Now keep in mind one thing, I do not use any kind of materials or something written on front of me that I will follow a certain template. Okay, that's not me. Whatever I say is upfront. Okay, whatever comes to my mind, I like say that. Now that being said, the more you ask, the more you get from me. Okay, so if like people ask me, okay, hey, how is this, what is the use case, tell me some examples, I'm not able to understand that, or anything, right? Whatever you will tell, I have to respond to that, right? So in that communication process, you will gain more from me, and afterwards you have a lot of time, right? So you just rewatch the videos and like make your own notes. That's your own pace. Okay, clear?
Okay, clear, sir. Thank you.
Fine. Now there's one more thing. Yes, is there something? Yes. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. So the topics which are explaining, so related to that, if we get any basic doubts like related to CCNA kind of thing, you can explain it, right? Which is related to the topic which you are explaining.
Whatever topic and
You got my?
whatever it is related to the Fortigate firewall, right? Ask me, I am there to answer
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Simple. Okay.
Hello.
yeah.
Yes.
If that topic is need some basic idea, so
Yes.
could you please
Yes, of
explain?
course, I will.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to just tell me what is not making sense. Let's say, for example, if I say something, right, and in that statement there is a technical term what I might have used, okay, so
Yeah, yeah.
that did not make sense to you. So you just tell me, okay, hey, what is that? Okay, I will explain that, not a
Oh,
problem. Okay. Now,
Hello.
one more thing
sure.
before I take the next question. I also want to be very honest in here. See, I do not claim that I will be able to answer everything, okay, upfront. But I can give you a guarantee that whatever you ask, I will research it if in case I do not know, or I have a second thought. I will take some time, I will research from my end, and I will give you the answer for that. So none of the question will be left unanswered. That is my guarantee. Okay. Now, yes, now next question, please. I
Hello,
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
sir.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I have posted my question in chat. Can you please answer that one?
Satish, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How will AI take over network security? Oh, okay. Okay, okay. This is question which is, I think most we are asking to everyone that we meet, right? Even we also ask this same question in our all hands meeting in our companies and all. Now, what is the gist what we got and what I am seeing across the networks, companies and all? AI is not going to take over the network security job. AI is there to assist in doing our job. There's a difference between that. See, what I mean is, let me give you a layman broader example. For an example, if I give you a packet capture and I tell you that, and like someone says that, okay, hey, can you find out what is the anomaly in this, right? Some kind of malicious, bad, or any kind of behavior problem in that. Now, if the packet size is around, let's say, the packet capture contains around 3,000, 4,000, or maybe 10,000 packets, you might be comfortable in analyzing all that, right? Might you take 1 hour or so, but you will be able to do that. We do that right now, correct? But what if the sample size is containing, which is like 50,000, 70,000, 2 lakh packets, right? A very big sample. In that case, if someone wants me to analyze the traffic pattern and all, no matter how good I am or how more efforts I have put into that, being a human, I will miss something, right? Okay, I will miss something. So what happens is, now being in AI uh, thing, if I know how to work with the tools in like combination with the automation, that will make my life easy, right? And that is where the network security job is now moving on. Now, that being said, meaning what I know, I will have the rules written on a certain tools. For example, let me name few of them. Zeek, you might have heard of a Zeek, or that's a completely Ubuntu based tool. You might have heard of an SNOT, that is which is an IPS inbuilt tool which you use to analyze the anomalies, right? Or into and if you combine these two with Python automation is scripting, then you have a proper robust system where this will make your job easy. But see the challenge here. See the challenge. Why I say that AI will not take over the job, rather it is there to assist you. What is the problem here? In order to write a rule, like I say that, okay, hey, if traffic is a UDP, destination port is 53, and the packet length is lesser than 64 bytes, okay, flag it as DNS beaconing, okay, or and let me add one more filter. If the packet is from to server, okay, so that means the packet is going from client to the server side and it's a very small DNS packet, Okay, I may add a condition saying that uh, if I see a repetitive DNS query going to the same destination and for the same domain, flag it, right? Because that is DNS beginning. Now see, I how I wrote that code, because I know the fundamentals. What is DNS beginning? What I am trying to look into the packets, right? I know that. Na? I should know about the basics of my network, right? If I know that, then only I can write the rules in within my tool to make it automated process to analyze the PCAP as how I want to, right? So AI is there to assist me, not to take over my role. He cannot. Support job is something which the AI is yet not capable to do that, because in the support we have to take a lot of factors into account, right? AIs are not designed to do that, not at all. And this is something which is not coming from me, but like this is the concise answer what I have garnered from various companies, CEOs, CISOs talks and all. Okay, so they themselves has agreed that AI is there to assist us, not to take over the role. The only thing that will change is the skill set. Okay, so whatever fundamentals, foundations of the network security structure what you have made in your, it's like the core concepts, right? You know how does the TCP work, you know how does the flow control mechanism work, you know what, or how to see the packet loss in the PCAP, right? You know how to determine the slowness, latencies, right? You know how to look into the web traffic slowness with terms of the HR logs, right? So if you know all that, then you will put your concepts inside a certain module that is nothing but an certain tools with reference to the Pythons, AI assistant, whatever, right? You will like try to build that so that it can help you to achieve what you want, right? So it's not there to take your job, it's there to help you out. But to seek a help from an AI, I also need to upscale my skill set. So the current industry requires you to not only learn the network fundamentals, but also to start learning the some sort of a basic understanding of Python and the automation script. Okay, so that is also now a need in the market. Clear?
Yeah,
Hello.
thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you would take a class about like conserve mode on FortiGate. It's talking something about conserve mode in FortiGate.
Okay, you're talking about whether the classes will be taken on the command line and the GUI or not, right?
No, when the FortiGate have high CPU utilization, it will go to conserve mode, right? Something like that.
Okay, conserve mode.
Yeah.
I was hearing console mode. Okay,
Okay.
sorry. Yes, yes, of course. We are, like I said, after at the end of this batch, you should be capable to troubleshoot anything related to your firewall. Okay, when I say anything, that means software, hardware, as well as the network flow problem. Okay, so everything will be covered under that.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and I will also, and see, the thing is like I will also, although I have said that you do not need to focus on the command lines and all, because of two reasons why I'm saying that. First is command lines is not learned. The more you do the lab, the command lines will come in your habitual mindset, right? So that is where you will learn the command lines. You do not sit and try to cramp it. That's not the way. The more you do the lab, the like better you will be in the CLI. Second is, at the end of the batch, I will give you my personal notes where each and every command is written that in what issue you have to collect which logs. Okay, so all these things are written. I will share that with you all. Okay, so that's why I'm saying do not worry about the command lines. Focus on the concepts. Okay.
सर जी आपने
I'm sorry. Two people were talking at the same time. Yes. Was there a question?
सर जी आपने वो कुछ जीएनएस में करने के लिए इमेजेस को शेयर करेगा क्या?
That is something I think this question would be further taken by the Gaurav, because as far as I know, networking's team support, and like they will give you some sort of an image to build your own personal lab if you want, but that is something which you have to take over with the Gaurav. Okay, so I'm not the right guy to give you that images. Okay, but yes, they
Okay.
will give you. If you tell them what is your need, they will like assist you in that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
please.
does Fortinet also works on GNS?
You
Means we
have an
can.
image, it will work anywhere. GNS
Okay.
is nothing but a lab application tool, right? So it's just a platform where you like the screen, what you're seeing is on the Eve, right? It's a Eve. So similar thing with the GNS 3 also, but you need a right image for that, right? So you need a correct image. So for that, just ask with the Gaurav. He will tell you how to get that.
Okay. Fine. Thank you, sir.
It's a every day 1 hour class, right? Or 2 hours?
2
you are
hours.
going to take?
2 hours.
2 hours. So actually, you need 50 hours means maybe 24 days or 1 month max.
1 month max. But like I said, that depends how you people are receiving the concepts. Okay.
रोहन सर
Yes.
थियरिकल पार्ट क्लियर होगा यहाँ पे थियरिकल पार्ट
क्या होगा?
हाँ थियरिकल थियरिकल
GRE tunnel.
कैसा
GRE tunnel is something which is not used
not
anymore.
the
No,
GRE
no, no.
not the GRE not the
He's asking about theoretical part. Theoretical part.
theoretical part
GRE tunnel, na?
no no not the tunnel
It's asking about theoretical, like you are showing the practical video.
Theoretical.
Same as theoretical.
Of course, man. See, see, without theory, how we can do the lab, right? First, I need to tell you now what this is. Then I will prove that in the lab, right? So theory followed by the lab. Okay. Clear?
Rohan sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Rohan
Hello,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, please one at a time.
Just 1 minute. Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So
Let Biggie talk here.
from mobile location, actually, you are also covering that, sir, Forti cloud concept. Like we know that we can also manage the Fortinet firewall via cloud, Forti cloud, and
I will tell
locally.
you, let me see. I will tell you what is FortiCloud and how you can integrate your FortiCloud with the FortiGate. Okay. So that is something which will be covered.
Rohan sir.
Yes.
Rohan sir.
Just
Hello.
give me a moment. Let Anwar Malik first ask his question, please.
Okay, no issue.
सर मुझे एक चीज पूछना है कि यहाँ पे जो सर लैब आप दिखा रहे हो कि क्या हम लोग प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए कोई ऑनलाइन लैब एक्सेस मिल सकता है जहाँ पे हम लोग प्रैक्टिस
सबको
कर
मिलेगा
सके
भाई. देखो, each one of you will get their respective login credentials to log in on the lab. Okay, the topology, what you are seeing, what table I will create will be visible to you. If anyone wants to practice the lab on some different topology or the setup, you just have to show me the diagram. I will create it for you. The only access you do not have is to create a new lab. I will do that for you. Okay, so that you can practice.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank
but
you.
every one of you will
Thank you.
get each and every separate labs. Yes. Now the next question, please.
Sir, one more question I have. That we know that in Cisco we have WLC controller, so we can use for wireless. In Fortinet we also have controller, that's so AP like configuration. So can you miss?
Can we?
Access point on Fortinet firewall to create a profile, to create a tag.
You want to create an API call?
That AP, no access point on Fortinet firewall.
Yes,
topic,
it is supported. No, see, access point is a different device, but yes, if you are referring to the SSID, then yes. But keep in mind, SSID, see, wireless setup you can do on the Fortigate firewall. Yes, you can do. Okay, but wireless is a different it's like a different topic and like different course all together. That is covered under the NSE5. Okay, wireless is not part of the firewall. But yes, how if like someone is sending the traffic, whether it is through the LAN, through the wireless, or through whatever, how the firewall will tackle that, that is something which we can do. But yes, I will show you that in the firewall where you can configure SSID, that is for your
Right,
Wi-Fi,
sir. Right.
wireless and all.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Hello,
Yes.
sir.
Yep.
Hello.
Rakesh Das, right? Okay, yes. Tell me.
Yeah, sir. Total, I have 2 years of experiences in the network field. Currently, I am working for HDFC. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but I don't have any certification regarding firewalls. But I am working on Checkpoint, Fortigate, and Palo Alto as well. Is there any requirement key I would like to do the certification and all?
Okay, fine. So let me rephrase your question. Uh, Question is like, is it a mandatory that we should have a certification for any product in order to excel into any role or jobs and all, right? To answer that, let me be very honest. No. If you have the certification, that's an add-on because it proves and it shows the world that yes, you are carrying a certain skill set. But keep in mind, if you show a certification tag on your CV, the questions level asked by the interviewer will be also meeting that certification level, right? So you must be able to prove that you have really earned it. Earning the certification has several ways. I think everyone knows that, right? So that's why I say, is it really important for me to get a certification in order to crack the best of the jobs? Maybe yes, maybe not, but broadly it is no. Okay, the real deal that matters is your skill set, because after all, if you are able to answer whatever has been asked to you in the broader details, you will be hired irrespective of the persons who is holding 7 to 8 certificates. That doesn't matter. Okay. I earned my NSE level certification when I was part of this company. Okay. So that is when I earned that. Before that, I had no certifications at all. And I had to do it because I had to be promoted to a certain role, and for that the requisite was to get these certifications cleared. That's why I had to do it. But to get a job, no, I have not. Okay, so I'm just telling this answer as per my experience. Yes, please, Raghav
Okay.
Prasad.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Raghav, tell me. You have raised the hand, Raghav Prasad. Okay.
सर
Yes,
हेलो
yes, Khushbu.
डेली
Yes,
1 आवर का लेक्चर होगा या 2 आवर का लेक्चर
2
होगा विथ
hours का,
प्रैक्टिस
2 hours का
1
होगा।
आवर लेक्चर एंड 1 आवर प्रैक्टिस
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कुछ। ऐसा नहीं है कि 1 hour का लेक्चर 1 hour का प्रैक्टिस, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। ओके, इट्स अ 2 hour क्लास। अब वो चाहे थ्योरी में खत्म हो जाए, चाहे लैब में खत्म हो जाए, या दोनों मिल के खत्म हो जाए, इट्स ऑल अबाउट, मतलब 2 hours का क्लास होगा डेली। ओके,
कोर्स का ड्यूरेशन क्या है
50 hours मिनिमम, 50. Okay, but that depends. Okay, it can decrease, it can increase depending upon the pace of the batch. ठीक है, वो
ठीक
आप
है
लोग
सर
डिसाइड करोगे किस रफ्तार से आप लोग सीख रहे हो, या कितना धीरे सीख रहे हो या कितना जल्दी सीख रहे हो।
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
Please, how many?
Yes, Anand. Yeah, tell me.
just
Hello.
wanted to access
Yeah,
lab.
let Anand talk, please.
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
I just wanted to know how to access lab and from where we'll get the credentials to log in, and how, I mean, for what time being the lab will be having access to us, like 1 month
Okay,
or
see, when you enroll into the course, okay, every one of you will receive a separate email on the registered email ID, which will carry the link of the lab as well as the login username and password. Now, how long you will have the lab access? Okay, so the lab access will be with you even after the course. If I'm not wrong, it is for the next 6 to 1 year. Sorry, 6 months to 1 year. Okay,
So
but
this is for 4 months. Like this course is gonna take around 2 months, and then additionally 2 months to do the practice.
okay,
And
so 4 months.
guys, you're getting a recording access for 1 year. Like throughout the year you can access, and after the year also with a small cost you can renew that videos.
Okay.
Yep.
So that is what it is. Okay. So you will be having the access of the lab for the 4 month.
And after the enrollment, from Wednesday, we are gonna continue this batch from day one. So before that, Tuesday, tomorrow, you'll get all the credential related to this course, so that you will be ready for Wednesday.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Anyone else with the question, please?
Hello,
Who?
sir.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Reju George. Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, sir. How much can I expect in salary if I pass NS7 and
Okay.
what's the
Now that's a question which is really uh, tricky to answer, because this package differs based upon your position, designation, what you are hired for, and also with reference to what company you have been hired for. Like, for example, if you have been hired for a service-based company, you cannot expect a larger packet, it's like package. Like, for example, if you are a fresher, you may expect hardly 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs maybe. Or if you are hired at layer 2 or layer or as a level 3 guy, you may go as high as 8 lakh or 7 lakhs package. If you are hired in a service based like TCS, Infosys, Wipros, Techam, CSS Corp, IOPAX, right? So all these service based companies. But if you get a job in a OEM based companies, like product based companies, like for example Akamai, Fortinet, Juniper, Cisco, your Palo, your Checkpoint, your Sophos, right? So all these companies which design and develop their own devices, there the freshers starting package is minimum 10 lakh plus RSUs, that is shares and all. That is it's like additional thing what you get. But as far as the package is considered, minimum is 10 lakhs. And if you are hired for level 2, level 3 jobs, then you will cross 40 lakhs, 40, 50 lakhs. That is the limit onto that. So it depends what kind of company you have been hired for and for what role. Okay. So that's why there is not a precise answer. But yes, these things will help you to crack the jobs. Okay. That is one thing. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah. Anyone else with the question?
रोहन सर
Yep.
सर लेक्चर मतलब अभी डाउट सेशन है या लेक्चर आगे होने वाला है? सिर्फ डाउट सेशन है ना अभी ये 1
नहीं,
आवर?
अभी बस डेमो है। जो क्लास होगा, फर्स्ट डे क्लास होगा वेडनेसडे को।
वेडनेसडे को होगा?
हाँ, वेडनेसडे को होगा।
तो ये डेमो कल आप कुछ नया कराओगे या सिर्फ हम जो डाउट्स पूछेंगे उसका आंसर दोगे?
अभी तो जो डाउट्स पूछ रहे वही दे रहा हूँ। आई वाज लुकिंग टू
ओके सर।
टॉक अबाउट समथिंग, बट आई थिंक द टाइम हैज बीन, बट ठीक है, अभी कुछ आज कुछ नया नहीं होगा।
कैन
व्हाटएवर
आई
द
लीव
डे
ना
वन
सर?
होगा। हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम।
थैंक यू सो मच रोहन सर।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू। Yes guys, anyone else has something to talk about?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, you can ask.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
Guru speaking.
Mhm.
Have you providing placement for firewall jobs?
Have we do what?
Have you providing placement?
Placement for the jobs.
So
Okay.
guys, we have a new, we just recently we tie up with the one company who is helping us our candidates to get placed in good companies. So that's separate. We are, what I can say, we are helping a candidates, we are assisting. If in case you are looking a dedicated package where my one dedicated person we are assigning to help you in the job, he's applying your interviews, he's up applying for the good companies, he's gonna teach you how to track the interviews and all that package we have separately beyond other than extra cost for that. But yes, whatever the option the jobs available in the market, we can post, and in one group people can apply there.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for pitching in. Yes, anyone else has a different question?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes,
So I
yes,
have
yes.
a last question that any sir automation is available on Fortinet Firewall, because we are receiving daily tasks like IP blocking from the SOC team. So we are doing manual type. So any scripting level that available, we can configure put that all IP and run that command via shell.
Okay, fine. So let me take your question in two parts. First, does the Fortigate firewall has any kind of scripting supporting mechanism and or the API calls and all? The answer to that is absolutely yes. It's a next gen firewall, so you can make a certain API calls or run an required script to do it, to like do the task whatever you want it to, like automated configurations or to logs and all, and like whatever. Second, will that be covered in this course? The answer is absolutely no, because that will require a coding skill set which is not part of the NGFW firewall concept.
And
Okay.
guys, for the automation part, tomorrow we are starting one more batch, which is Python for network engineer. That's
Yes.
totally based out the automation, the network automation, only for the network people, the people who have almost like a more than 5 year experience in networking domain. So if you are interested, we are delivering that batches also. So you can go for that. The Python for network engineer.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, sir, my audio is not working. My question is, how SD-WAN related with Fortinet? SD-WAN is linked with every device, man. Okay, Fortigate firewall will give you the SD-WAN functionality as an SD-WAN device itself. Okay, so if you think of an SD-WAN device, just think of the same thing on the Fortigate firewall. It's exactly same, no difference.
One
And
more
when I
last
will
question that so you are also covering that SSL part, right? SSL VPN part on firewall. That user
I
is
will
correct.
answer I will answer that, Vicky, but let me first complete the Raghav's response. Okay, so like I was saying that as far as the SD-WAN is concerned, be dead sure your FortiGate firewall is capable to deliver the exact SD-WAN solution what you get from any Versa networked appliances, Cisco Viptela or whatsoever. Okay, so it's a complete full-fledged SD-WAN functionality. Now, how does it link to and all? That is something which we need to talk in depth, and I would leave that to be answered when I will touch the SD-WAN topic in the class. Okay. Now coming to someone who asked me about SSL VPN. Yes, the SSL VPN will be covered. We will try to learn the concept, configuration, and we will also try to do the lab of that. Okay. Any other questions?
Hello, sir. So ZTNA will be covered on this. I don't know. It's
Which
still
one?
part of Fortinet. ZTNA, like Zero Trust Network.
See, Zero Trust Network Architect is nothing but a NAT.
Okay.
Surprised by hearing that? But believe me, ZTNA is simply talking about NAT. Now, coming to the FortiGate firewall, your FortiGate firewall is a complete zero trust architect. And it's not only about the FortiGate firewall. Now any NGFW firewall is a zero trust setup, meaning deny. If the firewall does not know anything, he will simply say deny. If a firewall has a doubt, he will say deny. In short, your firewall is like a dumb child. Unless you tell him what to do, he will drop everything. That is zero trust for you. Okay. And this is what the Z, and like if you will go inside the ZTNA concept, it is NAT. Can you believe that? It's a NAT. Okay. So when you learn the firewall, you actually learn the way to configure, set up, and manage your firewall in order to give a secured environment, traffic, right? In purview of the ZTNA functioning, right? So because my firewall, like let me take an example. There is a concept of rating error in the FortiGate firewall. Okay, so FortiGate firewall says that if let's say you are trying to access Google, I will check with the FortiGuard what is the rating of Google. Okay, and if the FortiGuard says that okay, Google is good, then I will allow. If FortiGuard says that the Google is bad, then I will drop. But what if, think, I sent a Google traffic. FortiGate said, okay, you are trying to access Google. Let me check the rating of that. So he checked the rating with the FortiGuard and he didn't receive the response, right? Because the packet is lost, the packet is dropped, or because the FortiGuard is not reachable, whatever the reason is. But the main motive is that the firewall didn't receive the response. Now, in that case, the firewall is with a doubt whether this is good or bad because I do not know. That's called error. Okay. And in that case, he will drop Google because he does not know whether this is good or bad. So he will drop the legitimate traffic as well. That's ZT behavior, zero trust. Okay. There was once a day in a Cisco's learning, you would, because when I was learning, I was seeing that trust zone, untrust zone, we do not need to create a rule for trust to untrust, right? Because the trusts were always given as a preference, preferred, green signal, right? We do not need to configure the policies. Now those days are gone. Whether you create a trust zone, untrust zone, DMZ zone, whatever zone, it doesn't matter. For the firewall, it's just a traffic. It will treat the traffic in the same manner what it would have done for an untrust to trust or DMZ to untrust or trust to DMZ. It doesn't matter for him. That's zero trust. Meaning I don't trust anyone. I will look inside the packets with the same extent and integrity what I would do for any other traffic. Clear? So that is what it is. So you do not need to learn a ZTNA in a separate manner. It's just a way to say that now the firewall is not going to allow any traffic by default. You have to tell him what to do, then only he will do that, else deny. Clear? Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I see a question, Ketan Koharat. For SD-WAN, there is a specific lab? Yes, of course, we have. We will try to manage 2 ISP links with an SD-WAN, and we will also try to see that how SD-WAN rules and the PBR will conflict and which will take the upper hand, how to verify that, where to use an SD-WAN, how would you decide that which load balancing algorithm you have to use. Okay, and how does the SD-WAN take a call which link is best and which link is not. Okay, so all these things will be talked about. And we will also see that in action in the lab. Fine. Anything else, guys?
No, sir. Wednesday means what time you will start
Same
lecture?
time, guys, like a 9 p.m. From Wednesday, from 23rd July. And I'm the person who's managing, like I'm from networking. So I shared my number. Anybody who already enrolled or who wants to enroll, they can, any concern, any doubts, they can ask me on the WhatsApp. I already shared.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sorry, could you please repeat it? I just
Yeah,
lost the.
it's like I shared my number in the chat box. So if in case anybody have any questions related to like the starting date or who wants to enroll or already enrolled and if need a lab access or anything, like they can approach me, I can help. Like I'm from the networkings.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
If you can create a group so that
Yes, once we are starting the batch, we'll do it. Don't worry. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Like we are closing a session for today and see you on Wednesday. Okay. Thanks so
सर
much.
आपका गुड नेम क्या है सर?
गौरव नाम है मेरा.
गौरव. Thank you, sir.
ठीक है, guys.
So tomorrow there will be no class.
Yeah. From Friday, from Wednesday we are starting.
Sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you
guys.
all. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gaurav.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.